Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is another presentation from www.central-mosque.com and the Humble Heart YouTube channel. In the 6th episode of Making Sense, we will discuss the latest Armenia versus Azerbaijan conflict. Those watching this in Pakistan will know much of this video because, of course, every Tom, Dick and Harry in Pakistani middle class spends their vacation, their honeymoon, etc. in Turkey or Azerbaijan. Every tour operator in Pakistan and every street advertises packages for Baku or Istanbul. Anyways, at the end of this video, I suggest that you watch another video of mine entitled How and Why Iran Became Shia from Sunni. Link is in the description. So why am I asking you to watch a video about Iran when I want to talk about Armenia and Azerbaijan? Because in order for you to understand Azerbaijani people, you need to understand the Persian people and their influence. The Persian people have a smug, superior attitude in every respect towards the rest of the world. They regard themselves to be superior physically, intellectually, religiously, and in every which way. So if someone else is following Hanafi fiqh, they have to follow Shafi fiqh because they have to be different. If someone else is Sunni, they have to be Shia. Watch my video about Iran. Link is in the description. Azerbaijan is a majority Shia country and they follow the same Ithna Ashari Shia creed just like the people of Iran. But the two neighboring countries of Azerbaijan and Iran don't get along. The reason being is that Azeri people, or the people of Azerbaijan, are ethnically Turkic, while the people of Iran are obviously Persian. All the rhetoric which comes out of Shia Iran about Ummah and brotherhood in Islam breaks down when it comes to Azerbaijan because of racial differences. Iran has always backed Christian Armenia over fellow Shia Ithna Ashari Azeri people. The Shia Azerbaijani people are not against the Sunnis in their capital Baku or elsewhere, and in fact you will find plenty of Sunni mosques, etc. in their capital and throughout the rest of the country, unlike Tehran. Also unofficially, there may be up to 40% Sunni people in these areas up north, which borders Dagestan, and the majority of people in these, Azeri people in these areas, are Sunni. So, down south here, which borders Iran, and also in the center, are Shia, and up north are Sunni, as because of geography as to how these people have developed. But due to Turkic ethnicity, there are no riots and no disputes between the Sunni and the Shia. So as you well know, Iran has a history of stoking trouble in different countries through its Shia population, through their Shia population rather, as they do in Lebanon and Saudi Arabia. There are reports in Azerbaijan that they have actively tried to promote Sunni conversions to tilt the population balance towards Sunni people. And even if there's no truth to it, Sunni people enjoy great autonomy and freedom and there are no backlash. It is in Azerbaijan's interest to promote and support Sunni people, to closely align itself with the Turkish people, which are here, and the Turkish people, as you know, are Sunni. The conflict between the Christian Armenians and Muslims date back at least 2 centuries that I know of, and to the time of the Ottoman Empire. So as you well know, that the Muslim Ottomans are still accused by Armenian people of Armenian genocide. The two nations of Armenia and Azerbaijan, right here, were part of the USSR or Soviet Union. And this conflict between Christian Armenians and Muslims on this side, or to Dagestan to the other side of the USSR or the Soviet Empire, still carried on under Soviet Union. But because the Soviet Union was a single country, it remained an uneasy alliance between Christians and Muslims. The Caspian Sea, which you see here, was known to have great oil reserves, and one of the first undersea exploration in the world happened next to Azerbaijan in the Caspian Sea. Let me show you in the map a little bit clearer right here. Then the USSR, as we know, broke. The Armenians have a history of war. This area of Nagorno-Karabakh, although it is within Azerbaijan, right here as you see in the picture, but it was populated by majority of Armenian Christians with minority Muslim Azeri population. So this conflict started when Soviet Union or USSR broke. The conflict over this region started around 1988 and lasted militarily until 1994. The Armenian army forcibly expelled Muslim Azeris and took over this area. So every international law, treaty recognizes this Nagorno-Karabakh area as Azerbaijan. But in 1994, what they did is they established something called the LOC, just like India, Pakistan have the LOC. This time, the LOC between Azerbaijan and Armenia is actually called Line of Contact. But there was no agreement, there was no treaty. Azerbaijan was humiliated and its military defeated by a much smaller Armenia and its territory within its geographical boundaries occupied. The Armenian army still has camps and active military cantonments and establishments here. Not only that, they keep expanding and they keep establishing buffer zones. So if you know anything about military tactics, what happens is when you occupy an area, you want to keep going and you want to establish buffer zones outside of the area which you occupy in order to expel the enemy even further. The Armenian army continues to occupy that and they control this area through a fig leaf civilian administration. So internationally they say that look, majority of this population is Armenian Christians and there's a civilian administration and we have nothing to do with it, although these people are ethnically Armenian. However, this happened due to active Armenian military expulsion of Azerbaijani Muslims and is commonly known in the world today as Khojaly massacre of February 26, 1992, when they pushed the Azerbaijani Muslims into the area of Azerbaijan. More conflicts happened since 1992, 1994 until now. By the way, the population of Armenia is around 3 million, while the population of Azerbaijan is around 10 million. So what happens after the independence of both Armenia and Azerbaijan when Soviet Union or USSR broke up? After independence, Azerbaijan begins to get economically stronger because of huge oil reserves, which they have within their country and also into the Caspian Sea. It now supplies upwards of 5% of all European oil and gas needs. So the money that came into Azerbaijan, they basically invested that and built military alliances, which three countries primarily, Turkey and Pakistan. So those were the two countries that recognized Azerbaijan in the world in the United Nations, first and second country. And the third country that they built a military alliance with is Israel. So Turkey, Pakistan, and Israel militarily back Azerbaijan to this day and openly do so. So over the past decades, Azerbaijan has pumped huge amounts of money into military, weapons, and training, particularly with Turkey and Pakistan. Here's a clip from Azerbaijani military training in Pakistan. So in the latest conflict, the major players are Turkey, Pakistan, and Israel, all openly backing Azerbaijan with blatant military supplies and training. Iran, on the other hand, and Russia up here have decided to stay neutral and are calling for ceasefire instead of backing Armenia, and they're not openly and brazenly supporting Armenia. The kind of sophistication with which Azerbaijani military this time is operating can only come from training from either from Turkey or Pakistan. Watch this clip. What you will see is this is drone picking Armenian targets with pinpoint accuracy. So this sort of centric warfare and fusion of sensors is not part of Soviet-era military, and clearly the tactics have been developed in conjunction with Turkey, Israel, and Pakistan. Armenia, as of yesterday, has recalled its ambassador from Israel, as reported by the Times of Israel. The Turks under Erdogan have been openly reviving their African historical links forged during the Ottoman Empire and undermining the French. Parts of Africa have been French playground or French areas of influence since the Second World War and subsequently due to French colonization. You can see that happening all over Africa. The Turks are muscling in at the French at every opportunity. So there's a tiff between the French and the Turks. So consequently, the French are openly warning the Turks against aiding Azerbaijan, but as you can see from this map right here, there's not a lot they can do because Armenia is a landlocked country, so the French cannot just drop military supplies into Armenia. India also backs Armenia, but again, not a lot India can do in Armenia because India has its own problems at the border with China and Pakistan, and their economy is shattered. You may, however, notice that much of the Armenian propaganda on social media is being done by Indian handles and Indian citizens. You will also notice that much of the news of propaganda favoring Armenia is coming from Indian journalists and Indian media, Indian newspapers, Indian TV channels, and so on and so forth. In Azerbaijan, on the other hand, people are hanging Turkish, Azerbaijani, and Pakistani flags from their windows and balconies, as you can see as an example in this screenshot. In this conflict, the losses to Armenia and its military are staggering, and they're rising. Traditionally, Azerbaijan has been weaker despite its bigger size, but this time it has turned the table on Armenia and refused the ceasefire calls because it has the upper hand. Russia has a military base to protect and borders. So does Iran. It also has a border area to protect. The EU and the West does not want another Turkish ally, which is rich in oil and gas reserves, so I suspect the more international powers will step in and try to impose a ceasefire. But in my opinion, Azerbaijan will probably not stop unless it takes back its area, all of it, or some of it, back from Armenia. Jazakallahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.